Cybernation Uncensored.
And we are live. Hello, everybody.
Rugged.
Thank you for sticking around for the introduction there, as we had everybody on live microphone. Intentional. I didn't tell my players, so that's on me. But anyways, besides that, today we're going to be running Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland by Super Savage Systems. The writer's pretty awesome dude. I actually got to play at his table, so I'm trying to bring his table to life and you know, interpret the rules as written as best as I can, and hopefully we have a wonderful time. Let's start off with introductions, and then actually, sorry, my bad. Before I get ahead of myself, welcome to Cybernation Uncensored, where we host games in the sci-fi dystopian genre, and this one kind of fits the bill, though it's kind of a stretch. Definitely sci-fi, dystopian if you're, you know, an older millennial. You know, the 80s happened and you were really worried. I'm unfortunately not an older millennial, so I'm making it up as I go along. So if I get something wrong, just blame it on the weasels or the wickets or the chaos winds, or I don't know, maybe the pizza delivery boy that was lost the other day. But besides that, I'm going to get my players going here. Let's start off with Flip. How are you doing, Flip? Who are you and where can we find you?
I'm doing just fine. My name is Flip. You can find me on Twitter and B-Sky and Discord with the Twitter and B-Sky with the tag of flipping_flip, as well as a Discord for under flipvt. Just got back. I'm going to be playing Rugged today, Dwarfling Metal Forger. So hopefully everything is going to be turning out okay with this band of merry, chaotic people here.
Alrighty, and then up next we've got Dorsley.
I'm Dorsley. You can find me on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube at Dorsley with 2 Y's. And you can also find me here on Sundays for our Blade Runner show, What Makes You Human, at 5 p.m. PST, Sunday nights here on this channel. And I play Heather G, who is a Heather.
What a Heather. And
such a Heather.
Oh my God, what a Heather.
Possible star of a Heather's remake, by the way.
Possible. Alrighty, up next we got Shig. Shig, tell us where we can find you and who you're playing.
Yeah, hi, I'm Shig. You can find me on Instagram and Discord. Instagram is Manascona and Discord is shig._. I am playing Grandma Vel, just a little old lady war wizard who is gonna get your name wrong and beat your ass.
You know, tends to happen.
Just regular grandma things.
Oh, is she gonna slip into her southern voice this time?
You know, we'll see. She's just trying to get out of that kind of southern life.
Trying to get out of it, huh?
Damn, is it hard.
How did she murder her husband again? Did she like force feed him biscuits and gravy until he passed away, or?
I didn't decide that. It was brutal, that's for sure. It was very brutal. But she had to make sure that his skin and bones were still in good condition, so probably slowly poisoned him, you know, made him sick, made the family worried, and then one day she's like, you know, you've had enough, here's even more. And death came to him, and now she is here, and death will come to others.
Mm-hmm.
So she went the Aqua Tofana route.
Yes.
Alrighty, up next we've got Beelzebus. Who are you and where can we find you?
Greetings. I'm Beazelboss, or Beazel, any variation thereof. You can find me on Instagram at SmashUpMashup. You can find me on Reddit at Der Kumpel. And you can find me on Blue Sky at Beelzeboy. And I'm also on the Discord as well, also under the name Beelzeboss. Yeah, I'm playing the one, the only, Dave, Murderface, M, Murderface. And the M also stands for Murderface.
You know, when it came to making the overlays, I started off with Dave's his image, started off with Dave Murderface, and I was like, you know what? The name is too silly not to showcase it. And so I told myself I gotta get it all on there.
Although you did add you added an extra face.
Did I add an extra face?
Oh yeah,
yeah, there's an extra face.
Face.
You're an imposter.
Murderface, M, Murderface.
Face.
Murderface, M, Murderface, face is my cousin, and I hate him. He's a douche.
Well,
is he an identical cousin?
Yeah, that's really weird.
Maybe maybe that's why you're serving time out in the middle of nowhere, and your lawyer told you to go with it. Did you ever think about that?
I mean, see, the reason I'm out here is because of some notary-related shit. Because I guess notaries aren't supposed to rewrite the contracts they notarize. I mean, you know, I kind of did it in favor of the guy who hired me. I mean, I rewrote it to where instead of him owing the phone company like $1 billion, the phone company owed him 50 cents and a Hot Topic gift card. And like 5 Slayer CDs. So I think he made it out there pretty good.
Just as a quick thing, you said that you hated your cousin, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
he's
good.
a douche.
Well, just so you know, he annoyed me, so I shot him. I'm sorry.
Well, wait. Was he the dude walking around with the Pantera back patch and like the 5-string bass?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was him.
All right.
Man, the dude played 5 strings, man. A bass is only supposed to have 4. That is an unforgivable sin.
Well, he's out of your life now. You can have his stuff.
Out of his life.
Oh, dude, I don't want anything to do with him. I don't want his bass. I don't want his picks. I will take his Pantera collection, though. That's some pretty dope shit.
I thought you were gonna say I will take his pants.
Those two, probably. You know how hard it is to get pants in the waist?
Well,
and like,
on top of that,
dude,
Pantera pants.
Like good quality leather pants, man. I will say they are a little weird. They have like these dudes in like black and white makeup, and it's like Kiss. But, you know, I'll take it.
Okay. With that being said, who wants to do the recap for last week's session? If not, I can totally take care of it. But let's see what the players remember.
So, if it's okay, Dave shall do the recap. So we were wandering through the desert north of, what was it, like New Angeles, something like that, like something super bogus. And we got ambushed by like a bunch of clowns on like sand bikes in the middle of a sandstorm, and it was super not cool. Anyway, we found these like really wacky ruins and shit. And Granny decided to like be like a major douche and threw me down a pit. And not like the cool kind of pit where you like get like tossed around and, you know, like mosh. No, I just got thrown down a pit. And then there were these weird like alien cop dudes. They had pretty dope badges. I tried to make one shit himself. It didn't work, but we fought them. It was cool. And then, well, we explored shit. We ran into the super cool robot dude who was like, hey, I got cool shit for you guys. But it turned to dust, man, and it was bogus. And I guess, Rugar, you know, the little man, found like these weird like slug things full of pop, and so we blew them up. I didn't get any of the pop though, which is mega bummer. And then he found like a phantom pizza dude, but he left behind like bomb ass pizza, and it turned my blood into nacho cheese, man. That's like fucking awesome. And then it did stuff to the other guys too. I think, Rugard, you got like an eye on your back shoulder.
Yeah, I got an eye.
Granny, you became fucking like see-through. And then Heather, you tried doing like indecent exposure stuff. I don't know, something about being allergic to metal, which sounds like a real fucking bummer, dude. But yeah.
It was a mondo bummer.
Oh my.
What? Even that was a really good recap. I don't think there was too much to add to that.
I'm no longer see-through. I'm allergic to metal.
Yeah, that was just a little like a fluke in the winds of chaos that she harnesses. The War Wizard just is an amazing. The way she does her magic is through a demon pact, which is really cool. Which demon do you serve again?
Vanth.
Very nice. Okay, guys. So we're gonna pick up here in the second room that you guys are in. You just had pizza. You've realized that everything has happened, and you saw the War Wizard do her thing. The pizza's still there. I mean, there's probably only like a slice left, depending on who ate the most. I think Dave, Murderface, and Murderface, kidding, did the double fisting.
Yeah, man, I double fisted the pizza and I got nacho cheese for blood.
Excellent.
Dude.
And then for the mapping
Most
of the
excellent.
room here, do you want to map a little bit more of this room here? There's a corridor that begins to start at the edge of the what do you call this? Like 45-degree angle here that you have going on here.
You said a corridor?
It's a corridor, a two block wide corridor, and it goes
How far?
North about. So from the 45-degree angle that we have here, it goes up. Goes about 4 blocks.
Oh, I can't draw.
What you mean, Willis?
Game is paused.
Oh yeah, dude.
There we go.
Time is unpaused now. The Neon Lord has declared it.
There we go.
Yo,
Excellent.
dude.
And then, as you kind of, approach that 2-block area, that corridor, like with the little chem light that you have that only lights up like 5 feet, it's kind of hard to see, but you can tell that the railway track starts to pitch downwards at a 45-degree angle. So you know that's like an elevator-esque area. Maybe there's a platform somewhere. That's the only reason why you could imagine that. And as you're walking down here, let's see here, you hear like the crackling of some glass shards that kind of just like blend in with the rubble. And as the what do you call it? That rubble like crackles and groans under your feet, you kind of hear this mechanical arm machine thing that's just like whirring. You like look up, and it's this arm that's like protruding outwards about almost at the beginning of the same height before you started descending downwards, about the same height as that level. So it's like you can tell that's on the same level, right? And there you have that mechanical arm that's kind of like whirring, and you see just the mechanical arm is because it's metallic, and that's about as much illumination as you have here. But it's about another. Go ahead.
If I were to grab the chem light and just roll it across the floor,
yeah,
would I be able to see more?
Absolutely. As it rolls down, your light source escapes from you, and you see this ramping, continuing downwards for about another 8 blocks from where you are now.
Oh god.
That may have been a little too long.
Yeah, I'm just drinking it. Game map went zoom.
It said, do you mean to go over here?
Exactly. 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Thank you, Raven. Okay. And that's about as much as that you see as your chem light kind of rolls out of your like sight line. It just becomes so small that it just becomes like this little dot.
Gotcha.
And then again, you have, when you were about at the halfway point, you have that mechanical arm that's wearing those glass shards that are just like right underneath it. So you know that there might be some more level over there.
Okay. I'm gonna shout out to the group saying, like, guys, it goes farther in. We could try to go in farther, but it's up to you guys. We still have 3 other doors we can explore before going out through here.
And maybe we should just see, like, maybe there's some, like, stuff to loot in the other room before we, like, go any deeper.
It's possible. This thing does take a downward ramp.
I also think that maybe 3 of us could look around the 3 rooms while Rupert goes down, and by the time we're done, we'll meet him down because you can't go very far with those little legs.
That's so considerate, Granny. Wow.
That's
like really, really considerate.
I just that, but I just have one worry, and that's like, if we like all like go into different rooms, like what if one of us runs into like a bunch of bogus shit?
Those
like
run out.
Very, very loud.
But just womp womp, I guess.
Yeah,
like,
we've also been like super, super loud this whole time. I feel like if anyone's in there and that's gonna attack us, they probably would have done it at this
Ruckert
point.
picks up the flintlock. This thing is not too silent.
Fair, but like, I don't know, man. I don't want to run into like another like ghost pizza dude. I mean, I like the pizza, but like, dude.
Would it feel better if you stood behind me and like tucked down just to be sure?
I mean, on the one hand, like, having help is always nice.
Oh, just pull yourself together. It's not that bad.
Heather's just gonna go over. I'll go over to this door right here and just like.
All right,
oh
man.
my god, we gotta just go into a room already.
I'll go continue walking down here.
I'll go to that room.
I'll just pick another random door and just go into it.
Okay, just the party
I'm
is
gonna
trying
proceed cautiously though.
to do. Okay, so I have the dwarfling is proceeding to go downwards, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Cautiously.
Dorsley's going, or sorry, Heather G is going up to this other doorway towards the, what do you call it, northeast, and then Dave Murderface wants to go through the door that's going to the directly east, and the War Wizard, what was the War Wizard doing, Vil?
I'm going through this door.
Okay, awesome. Northwestern door. Okay, so in the moment that you guys took to like kind of like have that not shouting match, but like just that moment to yourselves of where to go, and you finally all decided to kind of like walk your own paths, I'll say another turn has gone by, and we'll start with Rugged as he's going down here. And to answer a question from chat, DM Shockman, yes, the +2s did carry over. We have 2 +2s, one from DM Shockman, one from Nigel. We also have a pointless and random that we need to fill in here. But again, I want to make sure that I call attention to it, because pointless and random things are bound to happen in Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland. It's just the nature of the game and the style of the game. Okay, so starting with Rugged here, or as Vel loves to call,
Rupert?
so endearingly.
Rugrat.
How are you lighting your way down here? because it's pitch black except for that little dot of the chem light that had rolled all the way down.
I do have another chem light, but I don't want to use it just yet. I'm just going to try to trust my instincts when going down here.
Okay, excellent. As you're going down here, you're like kind of using the wall to like guide you down, and you feel the wall. It begins to be kind of like just this very cold to the touch, almost metallic feeling. It feels kind of like a mixture of some very heavy-duty iron and some various carbon steels. You can kind of feel the rust that has begun to accumulate from time and about negligence of a building like this. So you know that in another 7,000 years, this will probably collapse to nothing. Just because of your dwarven knowledge, right? And as you're going down...
Tisk.
What kind of footwear do you have on?
The footwear that I would have on right now would be the just regular common footwear. I would assume just like leather footwear.
Common leather footwear. Okay. You kind of feel your feet, right? The leather begins to like stick to the ground, and you kind of hear this like squelching noise coming down from below you. It's not like causing your like boots to stick to the ground and like you would like come out without a boot on, like your foot would slip out, nothing like that, but it's more like when there's like gum on the ground or like soda on the ground and you like it's like sticky, kind of like that.
I know that.
And so as you kind of are feeling that, can you give me a agility save here?
Oh no. D20. Roll. Ooh. Nope.
Do you want to spend a fortune point to reroll that?
Probably yes, I'll do that. -1 fortune point.
You're the dwarf, right?
Yeah. Still nope.
Still nope. Okay.
Nope.
Rollover
is at 16 for me.
Dang. Those are some tough saves at the very beginning of the game. But besides that, unfortunately, you like as you step into just that little bit more, you step down a little bit more in that strange 45-degree angle, your left foot kind of like slips out under you, and you kind of like fall flat on your ass, and you begin to slide downwards. And as you're sliding downwards, you begin to slide kind of where like you like kind of get your bearings again, and you see a very similar set of doors to your what do you call it, to the east, to your left, right, or to your right as you're sliding down. It almost looks like the same doors that you had opened up earlier, except for they're pretty much closed. So this happens again, and then if you could give me another agility save here.
Okay. Please let me roll this guy. I'm okay. Almost.
You end up slamming into as you slam into the wall, that's kind of like where the chem light stopped. And so you are at the very end of this corridor, which is about another 4 blocks from where you are, is the very wall. The very most eastern wall. And then it kind of actually opens up to a little bit of a, let's say an extra 2 blocks to the, what do you call it, the east.
Gotcha.
And as you slam into the wall, right, you just, you kind of feel that sticky substance on you. It's kind of gross, and it feels almost slimy. And as you hold the chem light near your skin, the slime color of it, it's kind of like purple. It's a sickly purple, very dark.
Oh, okay. Is this like is there a 45-degree angle right here?
No, right there is actually a solid 90-degree angle, and it goes over about 1 block.
Copy.
and then it kind of opens down into a corridor down here. Okay, so the other three of you are opening up those doors, right? Vel, that door that you're at, it's a very similar door to the one that the dwarfling had opened, and the dwarfling, Heather G, and Dave Murderface kind of all came together and opened up for pizza time, and so you like look at it and you realize that you might break your bones if you try to open this door on your own. And so you like look at Heather G, and Heather G kind of gives you the same look as it's another set of like those metal doors. And Dave, you also kind of like knock on the door as it's again kind of a metal door as well. You don't hear the slamming of the dwarfling as he hits the wall down there.
As I'm screaming out, shit, 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 shit.
Wait, we do or we don't?
You don't.
Okay, well I have my glasses on, so that makes sense.
Well, how would you guys like to proceed?
Can I just look around to see if there's anything to like release the doors that open it? Or...
You see where a key card would go on the one that you're on. However, like you approach it and you look at it, and like there's so much dust on there that when you like rub your finger on it, you like take off like a half inch of dust. So you could probably hazard a guess. You can break it, absolutely.
And in hope it makes the door open.
Let's see here. How are you gonna break it? Or how would you like to break it?
I'll take the end of my staff and just jam it a couple times.
Just jam it a couple times? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say if you want to roll your burliness stat, you'll want to roll under.
Okay. Under a 12. Oh, 2 away.
You tap it a few times, and then on the third time that you tap it, you break the little glass panel that was on the little keycard reader, and you as you break it, you're hoping for the sparks to happen, but it just fizzles out and more dust comes out your way. So you hazard a guess that this place hasn't been powered on for who knows. Also, you do have lights, right? You have your magical set of lights. I believe your 3 orbs.
Yes.
And what was the lighting radius on that one?
Let me check here.
I want to say it was like 30 feet. It might not say.
I'm pretty sure I wrote it down. It doesn't say a range. It's just around me. Around
you. Okay, so I'll probably give it a little bit brighter than the chem lights, so we'll do 15 feet. So that's plenty of space, or plenty of room to kind of like maneuver in that very dark area that you guys are in. Besides the natural light coming from the elevator shaft that you guys originally came in from, where I believe the dwarfling got told uppies by Heather G. So you guys all see those doors, right? And now, and that's about a whole turn there. We'll go back to Rugard, and we'll let you guys decide how you guys want to proceed through that. Rugard, what would you like to do?
First off, I'm gonna rub my head and my back and everything. It hurts. I'm gonna pick up the chem light and just kind of shine around here, see what I see with the chem light, considering it's still pretty dark.
Absolutely. So as you are in here, you hear kind of these this ripping wind that comes down from further down to the east. Like, you can tell that there's probably a longer corridor. However, it's kind of difficult to see how far that corridor goes without exploring it. And as you kind of are moving around there, you see a kind of in this corridor here, you kind of see a staircase that leads upwards, and it's a 5-foot corridor that keeps going southbound. But without getting into the mapping side of it, you also see a side corridor about 1 block in from this little corridor. It's a little convoluted in here, but I'll say I'm going to move this one out of the way just so that we have a little bit of good mapping. And then the other three, now that you had some time to kind of debate, how do you guys want to proceed?
So this place isn't powered up at all, first of all, right? Okay. So even if we did have a badge, the doors wouldn't open. Okay.
What if we take something just really heavy and just push it against the door until it breaks open? Like barge in.
Dave's just gonna try fucking backing up 15 feet and just running in and trying to drop kick the door.
Okay, give me we'll do the breaking down doors. I believe you have a, what is it, like a 60% chance? Oh wait, no, you're the
Something like that.
You're the noise thrasher, maybe a little bit lower, but I think it's 40. Oh. And then Dave on the, or sorry, Ruggard on the drawing here.
And that's just roll a D100?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And that, I believe, is a real success. So amazing. So Dave, you you give yourself a running start as you approach this doorway that would slide open left or right, right? How do you break it down?
I just I run at it, and then I try to do a flying drop kick. And I guess I just have so much momentum through my combat boots that it just carries me through the door, man.
Awesome.
And then I guess I land on my feet because that's badass. I don't know.
You land on your feet, and in a similar vein to the other set of doors that you guys had come across, that you heard Ruggard and Heather G struggling to open. You see another set of doors there, so you know that something's going on here. There's double doors everywhere. Somebody doesn't like you guys. Okay.
So I seeing that, I'm gonna kind of shout, "Guys, there's more fucking doors!"
I guess the people here really like the doors. I don't know. It's just door after door, man. Bogus.
And
Doorception.
Then, George and Shig. I know you kind of just have been jumping all over the place between the three of you, or the four of you. But you guys hear Dave break down that door, of course, and it's a loud crashing. Ruggard, you actually do not hear that. You are you think the crew is closer than they are. You think you could hear them, but you've been on your own for 10 minutes, and with those 10 minutes that have passed, you realize that you haven't really heard your crew in a little bit.
Dang. I'm gonna take another minute here before continuing on.
Okay.
Because we had a plan to go on. I'm gonna try to continue with the plan, but you said that there was the purple substance, basically.
Yes. And it kind of trails on toward a little bit past to the east, and that other corridor that continues on, but it's kind of hard to see there. And it kind of also you see trails coming up from the set of stairs that are in this corridor, that we started drawing up here for you, and then like up here as well. Without getting into too much detail up here, that way I don't hold up the thought process of everybody. I'll give Ruger a minute, of course.
I'm gonna go ahead and scoop up, like, with my bare hand, scoop it up and try to give it a whiff, and see if it smells anything like the goo that I found in that back tunnel before.
Yeah, absolutely. You pick it up, and as you pick it up, the texture of it feels a little bit warm. It feels warmer than what was in that small crawling thing that you did earlier. It feels a little bit oily. It feels like you kind of like squeeze it between your fingers, and it kind of like gives way a little bit, but like at some point when you start squeezing, it like begins to like solidify, and it feels like you're squeezing almost like a fleshy substance.
Ugh. What does it smell like?
As you take a whiff, it smells very foreign. It doesn't smell like it originates from Neoterra. It feels like it, given your dwarveling background, let me check something real quick for you. I hope you have your, what do you call it? Alignment in the... Oh, you didn't put your alignment on your character sheet. What was your alignment again? You don't have to say it out loud for us, but if you want to message me or put it in the character sheet. Alignment secrets. I will keep them secret from every player until otherwise stated.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll just...
And warm goop is always worse. Always worse somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Man, dude.
Sent it over.
Warm goop just like fucking sucks.
Okay, based on your alignment, right? The substance is a little bit uncommon to you. However, sorry, uncommon, not like super rare, not common, but like you know of it. It's probably used in forges when it comes to making very powerful weapons based on humanoids.
Okay. Huh.
Do with that what you will.
Cybernetics. I was just joking. They're making AI robot. I was joking. I'm just gonna go ahead. I don't have another canister. One second. My cats are being a little bit... There. I'm gonna toss it down, because considering this whole thing is filled with this, I can always get some more and for testing purposes later. I'm assuming that I'm gonna be in the center, like right here, probably, right? Or by the wall?
By the wall near, I mean, if you've kind of mapped out the area, I'd say you could kind of be anywhere there. You do kind of feel like a ramp, kind of like it begins to like ramp up about 45-degree angle or 45 degrees up here. So like it kind of has ramped down, leveled out, but going up into that corridor is a ramp as well. So like you know that there's some weird elevation shifts in here.
I only have one more chem lamp with me. Chem lamp with me. I'm gonna do the same kind of tactic I did. Grab it and roll it down this corridor.
Okay. As you roll it right, the staircase leads upwards, and you begin to see it, like it goes upwards. So I'm not gonna have you roll it. I'm gonna like you break it. You see the stairwell, and it goes up. Would you like to follow it?
Sure, why not?
Okay, we'll hold that thought right there. Back to the other three. You guys, you guys see have like probably congratulated Dave as he breaks down that door. What are you guys doing up here?
I think kind of during and while or before Dave knocked down the door, I think Heather was going to try and open up her door, which is the door to the northeast. Awesome. And she's just going to try and like pry it open.
Okay. So do you have anything to pry the door open with?
So maybe what I could do is, because I have a grappling hook, I could maybe tie it to the rope that I have and like pull it, or pull like a side open.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. Let's see here. Yeah, roll your burliness, and you gotta roll under.
Under, okay. It's just a straight D20 though, or do I add my modifier?
You'll add your modifier, and so you'll make it, you'll subtract your modifier on that one. So on a 10, you rolled a 9 after your modifier.
Okay.
And so you get that, you begin to like pull the door, and you hear the door, it creaks and it groans, and it just kind of like moans, and it finally like locks into place. And as it locks into place, it's very satisfying. Like you feel the tension release on the grappling hook. The War Wizard is providing you some light, I would imagine. And the War Wizard knows that Heather's pretty strong here. And Heather, as you open up that northeastern door, in a very similar fashion to the other doors before, you see another airlock.
Just more doors. Okay, well,
all the doors.
I look at everyone. So, do we want to keep going in these doors?
I mean, like, what if there's just more doors, man? Like, we open up this set, then we open up the next set, and then there's another set, and another set.
No, don't say.
Are we in a door factory?
That's the nightmare.
Are there any
we in a fucking
vents?
door factory, man?
Are there any vents?
Yo.
You know, I had not planned for there to be vents in when I originally was drawing up my map here, but you know what? You bring up a good point. I'd say that there's probably a 40% chance of there being vents. So if you want to roll a D100, we'll see how many vents we got. It'll be so at a 94, you look where the vents would normally be, and the vents are way too small.
Well, are they big enough for Ruru?
You'll want to ask. You'll want to ask Ruru.
Is it like big enough for the little man? Is what we need to know.
Big enough for the little man? No, I would say no. Probably small enough for like a rodent to get through, but not big enough for any human, even a small child.
Can I? Well.
Oh my god! It's a door factory run by rats.
Can I shine my light over it to see, and look through to see if there's anything through it?
Through the
vents.
The vents. Out of curiosity, in the vent system here, what were you hoping for in the vents?
I just want to know if it's like a vent where you can see through, or if it's like a whole ventilation system. Like, is there more going out that we're not seeing, or is it just doors?
Let me think
Are
about
we
that
surrounded by doors?
Just let me think about that for just a couple seconds. I would say, just given the zaniness of the game, the vent system, like you shine your light through, and like you can kind of like send one of your orbs through.
Oh no, are there more vents?
The orb kind of just like goes through, and it became like it's this weird ventilation system that like turns, and then like you see your orb had turned to the left, but all of a sudden it like comes from above downwards, and then all of a sudden like further away it like comes from the left, it pans out from the left, and then it's just like this just like weird intricate system of ventilation.
Okay.
The entire time Dave's just following like the light of the orb like a cat to a laser beam.
Yeah, absolutely.
What, dude?
At one point, Rugged, you see this like weird orb kind of like appear and then like retreat backwards.
Where was that again?
Where you are, Rugged, down by the that corridor. It kind of like you see it like pop out of the small vent and then it just retracts backwards.
By the way, do I notice anything here against the against this wall?
Against the wall, after feeling around for as much as you can, why don't you roll for me a secret doors check?
Secret doors check. What would that be?
That should be in your. It would be in your character sheet. It is a. I want to say you get like a 2 in 6 chance.
Okay.
I believe I typed it in there because I knew I was going to forget about what the specifics are. Now let's see here, Mr. Rugged. The secret door chance you have here. You actually don't have a secret doors in there, but we'll just say it's a 2 in 6 chance. Going off of OSC.
No, so 1d6?
Yes, 1d6. Perfect. You had so 2 in 6 chance, 1d6 on a 1d6, and you roll the 1. Bingo. You find a small hatch that's about right here, 1 block from the west, and one and like kind of right there, and you kind of like it's almost like hidden. There's such a layer of dust around there that like if it had in the goop, and so like if it hadn't been for like your foot placement, like trying to avoid the goop, you wouldn't have seen it. But as you see it, like there's a small handle, and you can pry it open. With no issue, and so you pop it open, and there's a stairwell that leads downwards.
I don't hear anything like out down the hallway other than the crunching of like the glass and the goop and everything like that.
Back towards the south from where you came from originally. You don't hear
down the hallway or anything.
If you want to take another turn, I'll let you do hear noises. Like you just like completely stop all your movement and use your little dwarvy ears to listen into everything.
Now I'll take the chance. I'm just gonna try to scream down the vent and like yell down the vent, like asking like, "Hey, do you hear me?"
Down the hatch that you found, right?
The vent, because I saw that.
Oh yeah, okay. Through that vent, I'll say. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, it's absolutely hearable. Yeah, because it's a weird ventilation system, and kind of like this like disembodied voice is heard by Heather G, Dave, and Vel. You guys hear this disembodied voice. And it sounds like it's coming from the ventilation shaft, and it's like really high pitched as it's moving to you guys.
Am I able to tell what it's saying?
Yes, it says "hey." It's just really high pitched.
What is that? Some kind of baby or something?
Yo! If you're a rat, Did you build all these doors?
And Rugard, you hear it, but it sounds very garbled. It sounds very distorted, very, very slow to you.
Is this the
Rugard.
pizza guy from earlier?
This is Rugard. I couldn't understand a thing that was over there from. I would assume Dave. It sounded like, at least. Tunnel goes down way farther than I think. Downstairs and a secret hatch.
What?
Okay, how can we tell you're not like a little rat with a megaphone impersonating Rugard, man? Like, you sound really high-pitched.
Who else can fit down through small little holes?
A rat.
A fucking rat with a megaphone, dude!
In a door factory.
Run by rats!
Who is this? who are we talking to?
You're gonna have to
squeaky
prove-
voice says it's Rugard.
You're gonna
I
have to
don't
prove
trust
that you're
it.
rhubarb. How do we know it's really you?
Heather,
Oh,
I made
rhubarb
you
pie.
that cup out of the broken cup and leather for water.
Hmm.
And so every time that Rugard is talking to you guys, he sounds super high pitched. And every time that the other three are talking back to Rugard, they sound super low and distorted.
All right, I think we hold on. We'll come back to you, rat.
I'm going down the hatch.
I'm gonna say that. Why don't us three? We should talk and see what we should do about that rat.
Well, I kind of want to talk to it. I want to, like, meet it face to face, man. Because I feel like, you know, a rat with a megaphone talking.
But
That'd be dope.
how would a rat with a megaphone know that Rugard made me a cup?
Well,
Maybe
the
it's a
rats
friendly
have been-
rat with a
the
megaphone.
rats have been watching us this whole time. Or it
Heather
could be
G
some of
wanted to
those
give me
mole
uppies.
people. Hey, we're
The
not
rat-
talking to you. We're in our own little huddle.
Do the rats just know everything? Oh, my Randy. Oh, no.
Okay, well, let's just hold on a second.
Oh, rat of great knowledge!
Heather,
Tell
Hey, we're
me.
not talking to him right now. We're
Heather,
not-
I got a question. Where can I find an amp?
How the hell should I know?
Well, you're the rat of great knowledge, man. You know fucking everything.
I walk
Heather?
off and walk down the.
Heather, on your
What?
next roll, on your next ability roll, you're going to be rolling with Surge. It's the game's advantage disadvantage. The only reason
Okay.
why is because you said "Oh my Randy," and that was perfect. That was spot on.
I invoked his blessing.
And so you have that, Rugard. You walk down a little bit on that staircase, right? On that ladder. And again, just you and that Kimlight, the sounds of the team as they're still talking to you. You hear something about blessed old great rat. It's like apparently maybe a new cult is starting. You barely hear just the end of that. But as you're making your way downwards, it's quite a ways down. You feel like you're probably going for another like 40 feet down. It's quite the downwards climb. We'll hold that thought there. The other three, you guys, what do you guys want to do?
We're in our little huddle. So, okay, just hold on a moment. I'm so southern.
I think
So southern.
The Southern has been come back.
I think we should like go down the like the hallway that Rugged went down.
Okay, well,
So we
here.
It's like, what if he needs our help, man?
It's like, so we can confirm that it is Rugged and not a rat, or
Okay,
to
well,
tell him about the rat.
just think of this real quick. If the, let's say that is Ruber.
Oh no,
My name
she's
is just gonna
broken.
become
I'm
R.
sorry. What was that?
Granny, are you having a stroke, man?
I think she's having a
Like-
stroke.
No, Granny, shit, man. I knew I should have listened to that, like, what, life metal, I think is what it's called? I knew I should have listened to that.
Oh, okay, well,
As you guys are deliberating here, just to fulfill Nigel's request for the pointless and random, in the winds of chaos, Rugged, you hear, "I'm Billy Mays here. Hi, Billy Mays here. Billy Mays. Hi, I'm Billy Mays." Just to fulfill that pointless and random.
What? God. Do we see like a broken radio going like hanging
No,
by
it's-
like a strand?
No, it's just like super disembodied, and it's just like whispers on the winds.
I could just imagine. Hi, I'm Billy Mays here.
Perfect.
What?
Here to
Yeah,
tell you
you're-
about OxyClean.
On the ladders climbing down, and you just hear somebody whisper in your ear. Yeah, absolutely, I love it.
Hi, Billy Mays here. Billy Mays here. Next thing that's gonna happen.
So the other three, how are you guys? What do you guys want to do?
Well,
see if I can get this out. Alright, so let's say that is Rubu down there. Here's what doesn't make sense. I'm so southern, I hate it.
Just lean into it.
So,
just lean into it, man. Just
so
full bore.
Rhubarb went straight and then down, you know? If he's down there and we're still flat level, how can we hear him from a flat level vent? You know? It's like up is down and down is straight.
Maybe
Could this
they're,
be like? Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, maybe they're like magical vents. Because
Could
it's
I-
also super high. If that's rhubarb, then I don't like. There has to be something going on with his voice.
Could this
He
be like
doesn't sound that high.
the one point in the session where Dave is like actually smart?
What is it?
Rare.
Sound waves reflecting,
Potentially.
and then possibly speeding up or slowing down. So Dave's just gonna go, or what it could be is like if he's below us, the vents are all like crooked and shit, and they like go all over the place. Cause like sound like fucking bounces like a ball, dude. Like I play sound at that wall and it comes back. And if sound goes through certain things, it could be either higher pitch or lower pitch. But you know, like, so it could be either a mystical like rat of wisdom with a fucking megaphone pretending to be Rugged, or it could just be Rugged and the vents are all fucked. Like, I don't know, man.
Why don't you just go slam your head into another door? See if
That's
that
like-
opens up.
That's like not cool, man.
But what if it works and you open the door and past the second door there's not another door?
But like every door we've opened, there's been like more doors behind it,
We've
man.
only opened one door per section. We haven't opened the second door from that first door.
Did you guys see me like kick that door down like a fucking badass? Like that's
Yeah,
what
do
the
that
Lord
again.
of man.
Do that again. See what's past the second door.
Well, I
don't do it. What do you got to lose?
I don't think she's gonna stop yelling until you do it.
Give me space. Give me space. I need space. And I'm gonna back up 15 feet, and I'm gonna run at the door in front of us and try and kick it down.
Which door is it? Is it the eastern one you've done already?
I think we've all congregated by like the door that Heather opened.
So it would be this one.
Yep.
Awesome. Excellent. Yeah, so you give me that breakdown doors check. You run into the store, and for some reason, like, you're running as fast as you can. You feel really great about this store, but like you like just lose your footing just a hair, and so like the timing of your jump and your kick is like just off slightly, so you're like your ankle kind of like rolls a little bit, and it stings quite a bit, and you don't feel comfortable anymore. Like you feel like you need to take a little break.
Oh, fuck! Dude! Oh, shit! That fucking hurt, man! And I'm gonna, like, turn to the door and, like, start, like, wagging my finger at it. Like, not cool, dude! Not cool! Why can't you be like your friend over there, man? Like, not fucking cool!
And then, Mr. Rugged, you unfortunately do not hear any of that as you're going downstairs. We're gonna start off another map. I'm gonna throw you, let's say, way up to the north. I don't know if you can see that ping, way up to the north.
Just like the dwarf I am, I'm digging deeply and greedily.
Let's start about here. And so you come down into the area kind of changes. It is no longer like a concrete steel carbon steel area with iron that's been rusting. It's more of a natural cavern. As far as you can tell, the ambiance is really damp and dank. You hear some really odd noises coming from just like north around the bend, because you see that bend just like by the reflection of the chem light. That's all you see is a really small amount.
With my knowledge, would I combine as like a mine shaft kind of stuff like that?
Close to it. And let me scroll down here in this notes. I didn't think we were going to go all the way down here. Thick with the air's kind of a little bit thick. It's cold and it's kind of buzzing with some unseen insects. You hear some water drips that are coming from above the cavern area. As you like look above, you see stalagmites above you, and it's just like some like rhythmic patterns, like someone's like beatboxing in slow motion. There's kind of like this slippery mold on the ground. As you see down below, it's this awful greenish purple color, and it's very fuzzy, and so it just doesn't look like you should be breathing this in. And it's also like as you like move the chem light away, you kind of see like this glow come back from the moss on the ground, that moldy mossy surface. Let's see here. As you're coming down, right, and like you like finally let go of the ladder to like finally step down. Can you do an agility save for me here?
Oh, great, my favorite.
Nope. Awesome. You like as you step on what you think is solid surface, your foot like sinks in, and before you realize, you like slip in and you fall about you fall into water. Basically, it feels like water. It's very murky and dark. The chem light's the only source of light that you got here. Let's see here, and as you fall here, you see kind of like this small like wooden box underneath you that's just kind of like glowing a small purple, or sorry, not a small purple. It glows like a small like very very faint orange, and like this like weird slug moves away from the crate, and like it's just like the slug moves away. Like it notices you, but it moves away. Like it just pays you no mind. It's probably some kind of grub that lives down here. But you have that little small chest in there.
Okay, I'm in the water right now, though.
Correct.
Has the chest been opened by any chance? Is it just
it does not
empty
look
inside?
open. It looks sealed. It's probably about like 12 inches by 12 inches by 6 inches.
Can I try to get back onto... How deep is the water, first off?
It's about 10 feet.
So yeah, I'm like treading water.
You're treading
right now.
water, yep. Especially since you're a short guy.
Do I see a lip that I can get onto, like the cavern, like the sides of the cavern or anything like that, so I can see if I can pull out the chest?
Absolutely, yeah. So where you're kind of like floating, you see the cavern like a little bit northwards from where you are, about like 4 feet. You see that there's a lip that you can kind of use to haul yourself up. And that chest is very lightweight. It's surprisingly lighter than you think as you pick it up, and you like manage to get it up on the ground, and then you pull yourself up. I'm not gonna have you make an agility save here. And as you do that, that chest is up there, and it's you with that chem light, and you just hear like some like weird wet sloshing noises like coming from everywhere as it's kind of reverberating inside this little cavern area that you're in.
I'm gonna try. I don't see any other like light source or anything like that, like outside of that kind of stuff like that. Great, because if I think this is what I think it is, I'm gonna focus on that later. I'm gonna try to open up the chest.
Okay, awesome.
Checking for traps on it first, though.
You investigate it, you look it around, and it's a seemingly normal small chest. It's a very simple mechanism to open it. It's not even a lock. It's just like a what do you call it? Like a suitcase lock. One of those buttons that you depress. You like feel around. There's nothing in the little lock mechanism or where the lock mechanism would be. Just a solid little button. And fingers crossed, right? You hit the button, and as it opens up, it just opens up and it reveals a leather boot that's about size 13, and it just has a decayed skeleton foot in there.
Okay.
You are now the proud owner of a boot. That's a size 13 boot.
Oh, gotta harvest those bones.
I immediately think of Vel, Heather, and Dave, and I'm like, do I just keep this? I don't know. I'm gonna close the case for right now, memorizing where it is, and just leave it there for a minute.
Okay. Excellent.
I'm gonna. I suppose the water is probably gonna be like right here, something like that.
I would say about right here.
Copy.
And the stair or ladder back up is about on that wall.
I'm gonna start walking down with the chem light. I'm gonna start walking down this way.
Okay, excellent. As you walk into, or like you kind of see that room. Oh man. Like with your chem light, you see the texture kind of like returns back to normal there. Like you can see where like maybe there was a collapsed cave-in or something happened here, but you see like some grody pieces of fur, and the walls are kind of like blackened. They're very sooty, and they kind of like emanate this like purple haze to them. And kind of in the center of the room, you see this like you see this very large creature, and it looks like it's breathing, but you can't really make it out without getting much closer with your chem light. You're surprised you haven't even awoken it with your chem light. We're gonna hold that thought there, and we're gonna go back to the other three. How would you guys like to proceed with that other door?
Like, Dave is still like he's doing like the Peter Griffin, like So he's out for now. He's not kicking any more doors down.
Well, I think these doors just really don't want to be open, and I'm gonna go check on Ruru because, like, he's so small and squishy. I'm really scared for him, and we need to protect him from the rat with the megaphone. So I'm gonna go looking down there. I guess you can follow me if you want. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
I'll be down there in a second. I just got something I need to check out.
I'm gonna go with Heather, Granny. I mean, I don't want anything more to do with these fucking doors, man. This is bullshit.
Yeah, I think we need the rat to open up these doors.
Yeah, dude. Let's find the rat with the megaphone.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll find Rugar too. Dude.
Maybe they've teamed up. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, maybe that's how the rat knows everything about Rugard. They become like best buds.
Oh my god.
Shit.
I would love that. We have like a team rat that like lives on our shoulders.
Dude. But yeah, no, fuck these doors. And then as I'm like leaving that like little corridor space, I'm gonna like turn around, walk out backwards, and just like double flip the bird at the door.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay.
Only Dave.
And you guys are gonna head to the west, right? Back down that corridor. Is that correct?
Yeah. Those two. There's something that. Okay, this might be nothing, but this is calling my name. Can I investigate these chairs that are here?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're just there. Like, why are there just two chairs? They're, like, I've been eyeing them this whole time. What is up with these chairs?
The chairs themselves, you notice them that like they were probably a set of a kind of like old school waiting room chair, like subway chairs. You know, they got like that molded stadium plastic feel to them. It probably looked like it was some kind of setting for waiting, or maybe even reading a book. There's a few coffee tables around, but they're not made of wood, so it's not a burnable material.
All right, guess it was nothing.
Okay.
Guess I'll join the others.
How do I ping again in this thing?
If you click and hold when you're off the drawing board.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Yo.
Makes sense.
Okay. Awesome, you guys. Let's see here. Where are we? Alrighty. Heather, Belle, and Dave Murderface. You guys begin to make your way towards that corridor, right? Heading downwards. You feel that it's begin to slope at a 45-degree angle, and again, you kind of like step. You like as you're walking, you kind of like crunch over some of that glass shards, and as you crunch over those glass shards with the bright lights that Vel has, you actually see upwards, and again, it's about another 25 feet up, and you see that like the mechanical noise that you hear. It actually looks like an arm that's like trying to clean the glass, but there's no glass to clean as it's just like shattered, and the lights just kind of like glint off. You can kind of see like maybe some glass screens inside of some room up there. So you know that there's an entirely other room on top of this corridor.
Can I use my grappling hook?
Absolutely,
can I use my grappling hook to get up there? Okay.
Yeah. So you Yeah, you yank it up there, right? And as you hoist it up there, the mechanical arm like tries to grab it, and it like it's kind of like it sees the grappling hook and like it like closes in on itself, becomes like a weird little like sock puppet thing, and like it looks down at you and like points at you, and then like points at the war wizard, and then it points at Dave, and then like tries to like grab glass shards, and it begins to like try to throw glass shards at you.
Rude.
And
whoa, dude! Fuck did we do to you?
if all of you could give me your agility save here, or your grit.
And I get a plus or like a advantage to it.
Yes, for your surge.
Okay.
Oh,
So you'll roll
no!
2d20s.
2d20s. Okay. Okay.
Oh, I made it.
Very nice, Belle. And Dorge or Heather.
Let's see.
And Dave, would you like to spend a fortune point to nullify the fumble?
I will, yes. I will. I use one of my finite fortune points.
Perfect. Otherwise, we would have had you roll on the total bummer table.
Do you want me to re-roll that or just?
We'll just keep it at a 1. We'll say that you rolled a 1, but you won't suffer the total bummer effects.
Okay.
And then
That's like not total bogus, dude.
the shards that are being thrown at you, Dave, like you feel when it just like kind of slices you on the forehead, and you lose 1 hit point.
Fuck, dude! Like, why you gotta be a dick, man?
And Heather, did you pass the your agility save?
Yeah. The first time I rolled it went. It
Perfect.
did it. The second
Awesome.
one was
And-
a failure, but
Excellent.
We're
So
good.
you, Heather and Vel, you guys see Dave as he gets sliced across the face with one of the glass shards that's being thrown at him. This weird mechanical arm here is making motions to throw more glass. So I'm gonna roll us into initiative. That way you guys can do what you want to do to try to not be attacked by glass shards. Who wants to roll a d6?
I will.
I would like to think that I avoided all of this because I didn't have a light on me.
True.
I got a 6.
You just tumbled your way through.
Okay.
So, between the three of you, since it already knows that it successfully can hit Dave, it begins to throw another glass shard at Dave. And so I'm going to just roll against your AC. It'll be a flat D20.
Well, does this count as a missile weapon?
It does.
Okay, then there's a +1 to my AC.
Excellent. So what is your AC?
Fucking bolt thrower!
It'll be, I think, 13 against missile weapons.
Oh, bummer.
Bummer. You take another hit point as a shard just like lands on your chest.
Oh, dude!
Okay, players, what do you guys want to do?
So the metal arm is like near the platform where I like grappled.
Yeah, have your grappling hook. Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna continue climbing up the rope to get
Okay.
close to the arm, as close to the arm as I can get in a turn.
What is your move speed?
30.
30. Excellent. That leaves you plenty of room to get all the way up there. And
Okay.
as you close in melee, what would you like to do in melee?
Is there some kind of like a control panel?
As far as you can see, not necessarily. The mechanical arm just looks to be like a very simple. It's on two three motor access. So there's one at the base and one at the elbow, and then one at the arm, so that it can like pivot and rotate. The War Wizard, are you casting anything or using any missile attacks before I go over it?
No, I don't think anything would work against it. So.
And then Dave, are you doing any missiles or?
I'm gonna like, just out of like pure like pissed offness, I'm gonna cast brown noise, man.
In a general radius?
No, like at this fucking arm.
Okay, awesome. You'll want to give me your spell check at the end of the round, and let's see here, Dorsley, with you being in melee range, being the closest, what would you like to do? Also, we have a +2 from Neon.
Yay! Thanks, Nigel. I'm actually gonna shoot it because I'm afraid if I try and stab it, I'm gonna electrocute myself and die. We don't want that. So I'm gonna try and shoot out one of the motors.
Okay, awesome. So you are hanging onto the rope with the grapple, and you have your blaster rifle out. I'm gonna have you roll out a disadvantage here, only because you have one hand on the grappling, and try to maintain your balance and all this maneuvering. So you'll roll 2 d20s and take the lowest. But there's also that +2. We actually have 3 +2s.
Okay.
Now we have another +2 from Shockman.
Oh, could I use? Oh wait, is the +2 just +2 to the roll, or would that be at advantage?
+2 to the roll.
Okay. Okay, so I will use that, or one of them. Okay, let's see if this works. So my lowest roll is 13.
13. That is plenty enough to hit the AC of 8 for this thing. So you take it outright, and I'm not even gonna have you roll your damage. It's plenty enough to just destroy this thing. Like the arm, like you see, like it kind of like sparks a little bit, and the arm just like it like looks at you, George, or Heather, and it just kind of like looks at you and like shakes its head, like it does its like a hand no shaking motion as it just like stops working. And you guys are out of combat.
What was this thing's problem? So rude.
Dude, that was fucking bogus, man. Like, we didn't even do anything.
What is it with this younger generation and can't handle a couple bruises?
And with that being said,
about like the wounds
sticking out of him, like
yeah,
absolutely.
Tough it out.
I pull out the glass shards and I like wipe away the blood and start like licking it because it's nacho cheese. I'm like, I don't give a shit about the wounds. It was just that arm was a total douche.
Well, what about your foot? You want to knock down the door because you twisted your little ankle?
Okay, I can't get dope ass nacho cheese from breaking my ankle. The glass is different, right? And I'm still like eating the nacho cheese.
Alrighty, with that being said,
I'm really upset.
we're gonna take a 10-minute break here, little 10-minute bio break. That way we can get ourselves some water, a coffee break, a smoke break, because it is again the 90s or 80s, whatever it is. So we'll be right back. Stream, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna leave the mics hot. That way you guys can debate about your plans and maybe interact with chat if you would like. But we will be right back.
Man, I can't get up. I have Clyde sleeping on me.
That's not allowed. You can't.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'll be back close to the end of the 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm stuck here.
Meanwhile, me.
Jake, you hold down the fort.
I'll try, man. He's passed out. I can't even use my right arm because his head's resting on my hand.
My kitty cat is just curled up on the couch right there, sleeping next to the giant Snorlax Squishmallow that I have.
Oh, nice. I was waiting for Clyde to leave because I have this Slowpoke.
Oh my god! Yes! Slowpoke is my other favorite.
I got it from Target and it was 40% off.
I swear, Vel is just gonna turn my name into like, Just an R sound.
I don't even know it came out that first time. I tried saying like 3 different things at once.
Meanwhile, Rugged is like deep in literal crap by himself with 1 HP next to a sleeping monster. I'm like, I shouldn't be here.
We'll get there eventually.
Eventually. I would love to now, like, somehow, some matter, shape, or form, get a rat pop onto my shoulder and befriend it. And
Yeah,
just
give it a little backpack.
give it a megaphone and just have it, like, walk up the ladder. Just have a pet rat now.
It can, in its little backpack, it can hold your 1 HP.
Oh, my lord. Oh, my neon lord, should I say? I can't. My coffee has run dry.
I still have some root beer.
Does Clyde like to go ahead and, like, investigate a lot of your stuff?
I just got this new plant, and I set it outside, let him go on the deck. He spent like 20 minutes sniffing it, like going around in a circle sniffing it.
Can I eat this?
He didn't. He just sniffed it. He's just a cute little guy, and I don't know. He's just always there.
My 2 chaotic bundles of joy do everything to try to go ahead and get my attention. And that includes, like, waking me up at, like, 3 in the morning, batting me on the nose. Being like, hey, you awake? If you're awake, you should feed us.
Oh, yeah. Thankfully, mine don't wake me up that early. But
They're
still,
probably gonna chill out.
On my days off, I can't sleep in.
I need to figure out what I want to do with them. Because April 13th is gonna be both their birthdays.
Ooh.
I don't know what to do.
How old are they turning?
1.
Oh shit.
They're like officially turning 1. And I'm like,
On May 26th, Clyde turns 9.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he's still young and spry.
Yeah, I mean, still 1 little brain cell, but he's still a silly little guy.
All cats will have 1 brain cell. I'm pretty sure my 2 share the same.
Well, Clyde is just out there. Like, when he sits and looks at you, it doesn't look like he's looking at you. It looks like he's looking past you. Just into the void with his crossed eyes, just not even sure what's going on. I'm waiting for him to come up here and look at the camera.
Get another like backside shot. Get that clip again.
I know, he's just zonked. Every time I come home, it doesn't matter for how long. I could just go walk to get the mail or come home from work. He always has to come up and cuddle as soon as I get home. And he'll follow me around until I sit down for him to come up.
That is my 2 cats.
It's so cute how they have their own little routine.
They actually know my routine too. Like, they know when I come home. They're already waiting in the spot by the time, like, I open the door. I'm curious to see what they do because I don't have a camera set up just yet. I want to set up a camera to see what they do, like an hour or 30 minutes before I get home.
Yeah.
See what the routine is.
Before I moved here, when I was still in high school, Clyde was able to go outside because we're in a small little town, and he completely learned my routine. He would sit in my parking spot waiting for me. When I roll in, he gets out of the way, I park, he jumps up on the hood of my car, comes over to the window, and climbs inside. Like, every time.
Without fail. Without fail, that's always happening. Oh, God.
And now, it's either one or the other. I usually have a cat tree right by this window, but it was outside and it rained, so now it's all soaking wet. But they'll sit up there, and the garage is faced right outside. So when I come home and park in the garage, I can see one of their little heads poking up. And when they see me walking closer, they'll get up and just meet me at the door. Like, they just know.
My I think my two cats, like, I have like when I open up the door, there's like a little like shoe rack that I have, and there's on the top part there's absolutely nothing. Both of them will jump up, and the door swings open to the shoe rack, and they jump up onto the shoe rack on the top level, and they just both wait there sitting. I open up the door, and they're just like,
That's adorable,
You're-
actually.
3 hours late for my food.
And Miserable Junkie, thank you for the -2. I will remind the players that I have a
No,
-2.
not thank
No,
you.
please don't give me the -2. No.
It is written down officially on my time tracker sheet.
Great. I'm gonna try to sneak out. Roll that thing. -2. Great. Roll initiative.
Roll agility.
Yeah, roll agility. Slip. Yeah,
Oh, man.
I was surprised. I don't know how I got like my grit is 15, my agility is 16, my resolve is 16, my death save is 16.
Shit.
Yeah,
I have
level,
really high saves. I don't know
level
why.
1. Level 1 is really hard. Well, you also are the most fortunate class if you think about it too. Like
Fair-
the way you
fair enough.
recover, you actually recover.
I can't
fortune
reroll
points.
death saves though.
Oh, that is true. But you know what? I am the Neon Lord. My
Nah.
token rolls.
You already pulled the whole. Don't say it didn't do anything for you.
Yeah, I did. I've done it before, and I will do it again.
Oh God, doing this whole thing, Ruggard is gonna realize that he might be still a little too squishy for any of these encounters. So he's probably gonna take the remainder 280 gold he has and just go be like beef up his armor and suit and see what he can do about it.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, there's always well. we'll have
I
to
do
just-
have a question.
Yeah.
I do have a wooden shield. I don't have it equipped just yet, but would I be able to hold the pistol and the wooden shield at the same time
Hell yeah.
without a disadvantage?
I know it's a pistol. It's one-handed weapon. Your shield is on your left hand. Absolutely good.
I'm gonna be equipping that as soon as I can, because I have 13 total AC, and if I do add that wooden shield, it's gonna add an additional 2 for a 15 AC.
No, the other question is, how are you gonna hold your chem light?
Your
True.
mouth, so you don't have to talk. So get some peace and quiet.
Read it with your teeth.
No, wait, no. Put it
The beard.
slightly in the beard, because I can hold items in my beard.
Oh man, it's amazing.
I'm surprised I didn't think about that in the first place.
And I tried putting like a little cloth over my ring light since it's just open, and I'm still blinding. I am just pure light right now.
It's okay. At least you're not
It
like
was
that
like
one
on
gal
the-
that says, "I'm so pale. I so pale."
I so
ISO pale. Is that a new kind of pale? ISO?
No,
Or something like that?
No, it was a newscast. They were doing a weather report. I think is these two gals, and one of the gals,
Oh.
she's like they're getting ready to go live, and like she's just looking at herself in the monitor screen, and she's just so focused on it. By the time that they cut to live, the first words out of her mouth are what she was thinking was, "I am so pale," but it just comes out as "I so pale."
Been there, done that. I know exactly how that feels. Oh. My, when I was streaming, as a VTuber one day, like, my whole gimmick was that I would read chat and omit a certain word specifically out of that. Just randomly, not thinking exactly. And it would come out something completely different. And than what the true intent was. I had to apologize multiple times. Not gonna post it here, but
did you omit things like intentionally? Is that what you said?
It was no. I didn't omit things intentionally. It was just something that randomly happens during stream. Like, I think a person would say, like, yeah, I would say, like, a person would say something in chat, and then I would read it just really fast out of nowhere because I'm trying to keep up with chat and everything, and I would omit a word from it, and it would change the entire meaning of the sentence. that has come back and bitten me in the butt a little bit once or twice.
Alrighty, folks, we are going to be going back in here. You guys had, or there was a moment that I missed, but is a decision still for Rugged to be in place, maybe get away from whatever he's looking at, and for the rest of the crew to do to go down the corridor or to go up? What is the rest of the crew doing before we get back into it?
I'm still stuck down there. Like, I walked away from the ladder. I have to walk back to the ladder in order to climb up it without waking up the beast. Mm-hmm. Surprisingly, didn't woke up yet.
Is there like more, like, in that room that I was grappling up to, is there like another doorway that goes even further? Is it just a room?
As far as you can tell, without having the War Wizard's lights up there with you, it's just at the
I have my chem light.
Oh, you have a chem light? Okay, at 5 feet. Yeah. It's very hard to tell, but you only see that room because it looks like it goes past the edge of your chem light. It goes into like complete darkness after that. And let's see here.
You do.
Oh, it's
also
actually
notice...
chem light is a 10-foot radius.
Oh, is it a 10-foot radius? Okay, cool.
Yeah, 10-foot radius.
10 foot.
Do they
5 feet?
Do they notice that this thing is open? Because I didn't close it. I just opened it. It just went down.
The hatch itself, no, it's out of the chem light's range. It's way down there. Like it's pitch black after the chem lights.
Should have left the chem light. Oops.
Okay, so let me get the overlay for the players back on here as we are back in player characters. You guys, the three of you who are upstairs at that corridor that leans down and also kind of maybe goes up, depending on how you look at it. You guys see, or Heather G with the chem light, you see into that room. It's probably a good 4x4 room, or sorry, 3x2 room that you see, and that has gone down from where that line in the break is that we have in the map. It's a very fine break, but right about here is where the break is. I'll do that for you. That way you know where you guys are in relation to where Rugged may have gone.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So this other section up here is technically another level.
Oh no.
Okay.
So, and is there anything currently in this area in the 3x2 room?
With your are you with your chem light, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you're looking in there, are you purposely looking to see if there's anything of value, or like are you brandishing the chem light wildly?
No, I'm definitely like looking to see if there's anything in there. I want to kind of get a feel for what is up here.
Okay.
The -2.
I get the -2, I swear.
Yeah, exactly. So as you're brandishing the light around, you're seeing these monitors that look like they're off. It looks like in an observation area where like there's clipboards and the remnants of clipboards. Like it's just the little metal pieces. The wood has all rotted away. The paper's all kind of rotted away. You see about 6 terminals. The like you see some of the drawers are kind of open in the terminals that are nearby the window that would look downwards, and you also, I get to do something here. Give me 1 sec. Oh my gosh, can't believe this is happening. As you're kind of like holding the light above, you hear footsteps coming from a northern area, and you hear some dragging, like this very heavy object is being dragged around. You can't really hear what they're making out, but they're not necessarily headed your way, but you know that making a lot of noise in here is kind of risky.
I'm gonna peek over the side of the platform where Dave and Vel are. I'm gonna be like, there's people.
What? What are you? What? I don't get what you're saying, man.
I can't
what does this
hear
mean?
you. Can you speak up a bit?
Just turn around and like, can I hear the any footsteps getting closer?
Yes. You begin to hear these footsteps. You hear like the crate, just like you hear this thud as it hits the ground, and you hear, "What was that? Oh, hey, we gotta check it out." Ah, shit. And then you hear running like is happening towards you.
Is there a place where I can like hide up here?
Yeah, absolutely. With those terminals, absolutely. Let's see
Okay.
here. So let me get some information here. What's the terminals themselves? All right, they're like there's these huge like built-in terminals that have kind of like the like it basically, there's like a terminal on the wall that extends outwards 2 feet from the wall, and it looks like there's some like panel doors you can open up. In those panel doors, it looks like there's like recording and monitoring equipment. So like you see that there's probably some storage areas that you could probably like rip a bunch of shit out of there to try to hide.
Yeah.
And let me see one thing here. I gotta go check on the move speed of these guys real quick. Okay, so at 30 feet, I'm being transparent here. You'd have about 10 seconds to hide. So plenty of time to rip out all this shit and get yourself hidden. Knowing that you must like remove a bunch of the crap out of there as fast as you can, how would you like to remove all that stuff? Or like,
I'm gonna knock it over the edge of the platform.
You just toss it out there? Okay, awesome. Dave and Vel, you guys see a bunch of shit just land on the ground, and for a second you think it's probably the mechanical arm, because you only like, depending on how Heather G has her chem light, it's probably like not in the way you can't really see where it's coming from, so it just looks like a bunch of shit is magically appearing out of nowhere. And Heather, you have enough time to go back in there and hide, and you hear those footsteps like clamber into the room, and they like look around and they have a torch, and Vel and Dave, you guys see there's a light source other than Heather G's light source above you guys, and they look over you see and hear these footsteps approach over the edge, and Vel, with your lights, because they're so bright, and they're pulsating lights, I'm gonna have to have these guys do a resolve save real quick. And we got ourselves one failure, I believe. Yes, one failure. So one of the three guys that are up here, is or whatever, like however you see one of the three figures up here, is like kind of like he has a light source, and he just like begins to like falter backwards just a little bit. He like bumps into the drawer that Heather G's hiding. So Heather, you feel like the stump against the drawer locker area thing that you're hiding. That light source kind of like hits you, like not hits you, but like you see it through the slits. And the other three are kind of, I mean, the other two are panicking and they're like, what the hell is going on? We're gonna roll for initiative here. One more time. So who wants to roll a d6?
I can roll it. Roll the boons.
I also have another -2. Thank you, Nigel. And you guys also have +2s. Don't forget.
Yeah.
So was the initiative roll a -2? Or
No.
is it for an ability roll?
Ability rolls.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
cool.
Okay, excellent. So these
Nice.
what do you call them? These guys up here that are up here they lost initiative. So we're gonna go to players. What would you guys like to do? How do you guys want to make your moves here?
I'm gonna like panic, like let off a brown noise at like the first guy I see.
Excellent. So
And
what was that? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
oh no. Yeah, just like the first dude who like peeks over, just like let off a brown noise.
Awesome. Okay, and then sorry, miserable junkie. I know, right? I'm mixing it up so hard that way you can't tell who's gonna get a -2 and who's gonna get a +2. We're gonna hold the thought there as Dave is thinking about his brown noise. And Vel, are you doing any magic casting?
I'm gonna cast Fumble.
Fumble. Okay. Awesome.
Which
and
does have a spell check.
does have a spell check. Awesome. And Heather.
I'm just gonna hold tight
Okay.
in my drawer. I'm just gonna bide my time until they find me. But I do have my gun in my hand, so like if I could hold an action when an enemy opens up the door, I'm just gonna shoot him.
Excellent. These guys don't
Okay.
really know you're there, and the reason being is that they're more focused on the very bright source of light that is back down on that descent. And as we hold that thought there, Mr. Ruggard, that way we can pass 10 seconds for that first combat round that happened. What would you like to do in those 10 seconds?
I'm in danger. Seeing the outline of this creature, Ruggard is gonna be like hold his breath and slowly like shimmy back to the ladder as much as possible.
Awesome. Excellent. You have what is your full movement? 20, right?
20 feet. Yeah.
20 feet. I believe that's plenty of movement to get you at least halfway up the that ladder back up to the hatch. And so you begin to make your way there, and let's see here. Just out of curiosity. I'm going to say that there's a 1 in 6 chance that that creature hears you. Unless you want to do stealth roll. But,
What's my stealth? What's my stealth?
we'll say, I believe it's using your prowess.
Worth a shot.
So you'll want to roll under your prowess, and then you have a -2 to that, so your prowess score is, what is your prowess at the moment?
11.
11. So you got to roll under a 9. I'm going to take one of those -2s. A 9 or under.
Can I spend a fortune point to reroll?
100%. Hey, look at that.
I was so close to being a 20. That's crazy.
The dice has spoken.
Okay. Let's see here. So, in your mind, as you're backing away from this creature, like everything that could go wrong goes wrong in your mind. Like you accidentally slip back into the puddle and you just make a lot of fucking noise. But like you back up and you feel the ladder, and you're like, you feel the ladder with your arm, and you're like, oh my god, this is the ladder. And you kind of like crawl up as fast and as slowly as you can. Okay, back to the other players who are in the midst of combat. Brown noise is being cast. Since you guys, I want to say I got a 6, right? No, I got a 2. So I lost initiative. The enemies lost initiative. You guys are going first. Spell checks. We got Brown Noise and the War Wizards. What are we casting one more time?
Fumble.
Awesome. So, Dorj, you're waiting. So let's go with the spell checks. If I could get the spell check from the War Wizard and the spell check from our Noise Thrasher.
Alrighty. That's a D20 plus my attitude?
Correct. For your spell check, Mr. Noise Thrasher. Dave Murderface.
Let's fucking do this! Yo!
Dirty 20, good spell check. Awesome. So,
what modifier
Dorj,
do I use for mine?
I believe you have yours is your brains.
Brains. I never remember. Okay. Ooh, a +1.
And there's also +2s. But that is a success. Awesome. Just barely eked by with the success on a 12 for your spell check. As you guys cast, right, you hear the classic brown noises. Dave, Murderface. Do you continue to hold out your base and just like let it strum?
Yeah, it's just like I play like I like drop tune to like fucking B, and then I just hit that note.
Excellent.
And I hold it.
You hold it. You hear just that like low, crisp or crackling noise, and upstairs where Heather G is, Heather, you hear the god-awful noises of a person losing their bowels inside of their pants. It's an immediate stench that just like makes you retch. Can you give me a grit save here?
Oh wait, because we had 2 -2s.
Yes.
Do I get this?
No.
Okay.
I used that -2.
I thought that we had another one, so I wasn't sure.
We have, I believe we have 3 more +2s. If you want to use 2 of them to negate that, it costs double after the fact. So that way you don't have to use your fortune points.
Oh, it would be 2 +2s?
Correct.
To do that?
And
would I be rolling on the total bummer table?
no, that's only on a fumble.
Okay. I think I'm gonna keep it. I kind of want to see what happens
with the grit failure. It makes you. It
just see.
Heather, I would imagine that like because Heather plays the Valley Girl, I would imagine that she kind of like gets that just like kind of throws up a little bit in her mouth, and it's just loud enough to like make a gagging noise, and like the two kind of like you hear footsteps kind of like shift their weight towards you, as Vel casts what do you call it? Fumble. And your spell check was a 12 you eked by. Does Fumble do damage, or is it just
So it causes a visible target to make a resolve save. If failed, their next attack will fumble, and they must roll on the total bummer table.
Which one would you like to cast it on? Would you like to cast it on the one that's already have his bowel movement lost, or the other one? Okay, awesome. So this poor hooded figure has just, lost the contents of their bowels and is now suffering the total bummer effect, which is pretty fucking awesome. Let's see here.
He's also got to add +3 to sleaze until he can wash himself.
The for real?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Awesome. Let's see.
I mean, would Dave, Murderface, M, Murderface ever lie?
I don't know, man.
Oh, man. I'm a fucking notary, man. I have to tell the truth.
Okay, so not only has this poor fool who's lost his bowels, not only is he, made a fool because he just sharded himself, he also loses 2 fortune points and everybody treats him like a simpleton. So everybody kind of like, the 2 of them that are up here, right? The 3 of them kind of look at him and they're like, what the hell's wrong with you? You guys hear this conversation, you hear, what the hell's wrong with you? Oh shit, I shit my pants. And then the other guy says, you mean, I know you're dumb, but you can't be that dumb, right? And then as Heather gags, right, that's the kind of like alerting noise. We're gonna roll another initiative here. Heather, they are not aware of you, but because you have the drop on them, I'll say that even if they win initiative, you can still act before them.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm just gonna like kick open the door and just like shoot the closest one to me.
Awesome. I'll say that it's the guy who hasn't shat himself and had a terrible day. So their AC is... Well, actually, I don't have to tell you their AC. Just give me your melee, your range attack. And you get a +1 from your prowess, right?
Oh, okay. No, I was confused about. I didn't know if I added my prowess to it. So actually it should be a +3. So it would be an 8.
An 8. Awesome. Unfortunately, that is not enough to make this attack count on this guy. The round rips like right through between the 3 of them. It kind of like hits the wall way over there, way down in the corridor. It kind of like bounces and ricochets off because there's so much metal over there. And it is just massive chaos. I'm going to change the music up a little bit because this is a little bit too slow for what is going on in here. We're going to... Okay. So you kind of get the drop on them, George. I'm going to have them do a surprise check here because, again, they were not expecting you guys to be there. So they get to do a surprise, and they are not surprised. Okay, so we have 3 combatants. We have George up top. Heather G up top. We have Dave Murderface down at the bottom of the grappling hook. Vella's at the bottom of the grappling hook. One of these targets is going to be treated like a simpleton and has shed his pants, so his movement is really low. Besides that, initiative. Who wants to roll a d6?
I will.
I mean, with my luck, I don't think you want me to roll.
Awesome. I got a 1. So players' movement or melee or missiles. So and spell casting. So who wants to do? Anybody gonna cast a spell?
No, I honestly don't remember what my how many spells I have.
That is we had 4 for the day. You had 1 for pulsating lights, 1 for the attack on the the cop people,
yes, and then fumble.
Fumble. So you have 1 more.
So I have. Okay.
Could I Oh, sorry.
No, you can go.
Could I cast another brown noise? But this time I'm gonna spend an extra shred point for the stain chain. I'm gonna have it be both the guys who haven't shat themselves yet.
Awesome. Give me that spell check.
Alright, I'm gonna invoke my +2.
You're gonna invoke your +2. It's 2 after the fact. 2 +2s after the fact. So that'll leave you with 1 for the team.
Is everyone okay with that?
I got out of my situation.
Go for it.
Yeah.
All right, doing it.
Excellent. So with the... Wait, you beat your spell check, right? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And so the +2 you were adding, what was the +2 again for one more time for me? Just to make sure I got that right.
I was just stacking that on top of the spell check.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Like, just to make sure, like,
that you actually landed.
I made it, And then it's like, ooh.
Okay, so then my bad. Then we leave 1 or 2 plus 2s for the group. My bad. I misinterpreted that. So one of them fails a resolve check. The other one unfortunately passes it. But you have another person who kind of just shat his pants. And Heather, that smell again just makes you gag again. But you already expect this one because you know Dave's doing his thing down there. Okay, and then. Missiles. Are we doing any missiles up there, Heather?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot one of them again.
Excellent. Fortunately for you, that is actually a hit. Which one did you want to hit? Did you want to hit the one that was nearest to you that shat his pants first, or?
Yeah, the one who made me break my stealth. He deserves to get shot.
Hey, Sun Punch Studios, rating with the party of 8. Let's see here.
Okay, and I'm gonna use one of my oh God, what is it called? The auto lock. Which adds extra damage.
Excellent.
1d8 plus 1d6 plus.
So much damage. Goodness gracious. Okay.
Not as much as I would have liked, but I'll take it.
Excellent. Okay, so on this one that made you break yourself, this is the one that is unfortunately no longer a part of this world. How does he experience the last few moments of his life?
Yeah, he sees Heather like open up the door. She fumbles the first shot and then locks in like stares at him and is just like, you fucking smell like shit, and then just like shoots him in the ass.
Excellent.
And basically rips him a new asshole, literally.
So much fecal material going everywhere.
I
just
hope Heather can evade it.
Because the brown is so close, I'm gonna have you do an agility save, Heather. These other 2 that are up here are also gonna do an agility save. They're gonna try to dodge out of the way here, since they weren't surprised. And my 2 guys, unfortunately, one of them fails their agility, so one gets covered and is at a -2 disadvantage. The other one like jumps out of the way, and he's like, "Oh my god, you fucking simpleton!" Because this is the guy who's a simpleton because that happened. And then, yes, absolutely, BWP. Let's see here, and then Ruggard. What was that
I'm
roll
not there.
for?
I was just seeing if because I saw Heather go like agility save. I'm like, oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, excellent. So now that that missile phase is over, the cultists themselves, they're in melee. They see Heather. 2 of them like pull out their daggers, and unfortunately, since there's only 2 of them, they can't do their special. So it's just going to be a 1 at a time attack hit. And let's see here. What's your AC again, Heather?
15.
15, awesome. Okay, so incoming from both of those 2. No dice. You manage to like avoid them as they like swing in with their daggers, right? And you just like one of them is covered in just absolutely drenched in fecal material, as the other one is like lying dead on the ground. And because they both, one of them is at a -2, one of them actually rolled a 6. And as it all happens, Vel and Dave, you guys hear this exchange up there. Were you guys moving up the grapple or staying down there? I kind of broke out of the combat phases just because of how much space there is in between all of us.
I'll move. I'll go up.
You'll go up, and your move is 35, right?
25. I wish
25.
I was 35, you speedy little grandma. Power
Awesome.
walking through.
Plenty of room enough to get up onto the top of there. Dave, were you moving up there as well?
Yeah, I'll climb on up.
Awesome. Okay, so just to make sure, I know Old School Essentials or like Old School D&D has you where you can't move after if you're casting. I don't believe that's the case for Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland, but I feel like I need to double check that real quick. So sorry, guys.
Nah, you're fine, dude.
The bad thing is, like, when you have somebody like me who likes to like dive into a lot of rule books, I have like 40 different rule books in my head.
That's perfectly fine.
Let's see here. You know, it doesn't really say in the spellcasting phase, so for now I'm going to rule it as you guys can move after having cast, or have moved and then cast, so you guys make it up the stair, or up the grapple, and then have casted your abilities, and then you guys are now all together. Heather, you are in close quarters with everybody else. You have friendlies nearby, so firing your missiles into close range is probably a little bit dangerous. Just something to keep in mind for informed decisions.
Gotcha.
Okay. And now at the bottom of the round, we're going to call it good here and re-roll initiative. Who wants to roll a d6?
I'll roll it this time.
I got a 5. Okay, so the enemies will go first. But before we get to those enemies, Mr. Ruggard, are you making your way back up the hatch?
Yes, as I'm gonna try to make it back up now, like actually doing that kind of stuff. And as I don't think I need to be as quiet as possible anymore, unless this cavern is opened up until I hit like the tunnel. But I will definitely start climbing to get up get up there as fast as possible.
With the remaining move that you have, your 20 feet, you make it all the way back up to the top of the hatch, and can probably make it 5 feet away from the hatch, down to the south in that corridor, back up the ways where the crew came from.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, I will.
Here.
So I'll be popping out like right here.
Yep.
Okay, that I will do.
Awesome. So we have you up there. At this point now, with how close you are, you actually don't hear any combat noises coming from there. It's very quiet. You take a second to listen in, but all you hear is like this low thump thump from. You have no idea what it's from, but it's just this low thump thump. And back to the group up here, we have these two combatants who won initiative. They are going to independently break away from each other. They're going to stab the magic user, and the other one is going to stab Heather because, again, they're really close by. So, Heather, you have an attack incoming towards you.
Mm-hmm.
And a miss on that one cultist. He tries to bring the dagger close to you again, but this is the one with the -2, so he misses you with the 5. He's just a little too short-handed. You jump out of the way as he tries to slash at you. The War Wizard, you have an attack coming at you. And what is your AC?
10.
10. Excellent. You also somehow magically jump out of the way. You know, your fragile bones keep you alive, apparently.
I'm just so speedy.
Awesome.
No one can keep up.
So, in the melee phase, we have Dave, Heather, and the War Wizard, right? Vel, you guys can use melee here or hold off for missiles.
I'm gonna use melee for sure.
Melee.
Melee as well.
Awesome. And Dave?
I'm gonna cast Unleash the Bastards, man.
Unleash the Bastards? Is that one a spell check?
It is, yeah, it's a sound check.
Awesome. Okay, excellent. So I'll have the melee resolve, and then we'll do the sound check. Heather and Vel, if you two could... I'm assuming you guys are taking shots, or melee shots at the two targets, right? Because there's two individual targets, or do you want to focus on one?
Yeah. Then we'll go both.
Okay, so 1 and 1.
1-1. Okay, cool. Oh my god. I'm rolling horribly.
Change the color.
Change the color.
My pretty pink.
But you know it works.
Dice.
You know it works.
I know you're right. It helps. Gosh darn it.
Awesome. Vel, on your melee attack, you're using your staff, right, for the melee?
Yeah.
What
Which I know is a -3 to the damage.
So I believe it's what was the damage on that one? I cannot remember off the top of my head. Let's see here.
I don't know. I just wrote down -3. That's all I have.
the most important part. Okay.
That's all I could see. I couldn't find it.
Let's see here. Weapons from the forge and blacksmith. Staff. It's 1d4 and you're at a -3, so if you want to roll that 1d4.
One or nothing.
You also got those +2s, remember that.
Ooh. I'll use a +2, so it's -1.
There you go.
2.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so this one that you managed to like poke in the back, he like kind of cries out.
I'm full on whack.
Oh, full on whacking. Okay, excellent. You smack him across the face, and as you do that, this guy kind of like looks at you and almost like is kind of scared because Granny is like, you know, frail and fragile, but somehow she managed to muster all the strength and has managed to land quite the hit on this guy. I'm gonna have him. We're gonna do a morale check for him. It's a optional rule that Brian has been working on for a little bit. So he has 1 hit dice. He gets to roll 1d6, and it is not over 5. So this guy, he sees all this shit go down, and he like drops his weapon and begins to like run away from the scene. The other guy that Dorsley was trying to hit kind of sees him. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And Dave, if you could give me your spell check on your missile here. I mean, sorry, on your riff. Or sound check, rather. And that lands. Awesome. And what was the ability that you were casting one more time for us?
Unleash the Bastards, man. So, like, within a 15-foot radius of me, I play a riff so fucking sick, it just summons a mosh pit around me. Like the bombest fucking circle pit you've ever seen, dude. And so, if these bad guys are within 15 feet, they're caught in the mosh, and they have to make agility saving throws, or else they take 1d6 damage.
Oh, goodness. Okay, one of these guys is at a -2. The one that's running away, I'm going to say, is the one that is at a -2. So he rolled a 13 and a 17 there. So you said it was in agility, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So with the... actually, you know what? Just because I think it makes sense, I'm going to have the one who's 17 roll at -2 there. So they both fail their agility save. And they take how much on damage?
Oh, 1d6.
Do you want to roll those?
Yeah, I'm rolling them bones. Oh, bummer!
And then roll another one for the other one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Excellent. So, the one that got slapped across the face by Granny, unfortunately, this mosh pit appears in front of everybody. And that one... you know, in a mosh pit, a lot of things happen in a mosh pit, right? There's always good mosh pits. Mosh pits are always supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be safe, even if everybody's gonna like fucking fuck each other up. But these guys who are in the mosh pit, that's a beautiful cat. These guys in the mosh pit are definitely not there to have a safe time. They are there for total intent. How does one of your mosh pit people destroy the two of these?
So it's like, it's a circle pit, so they're all running in a circle. So these guys, they're not welcome in the pit. They're not thrash. They're fucking posers. Like, they listen to like fucking Poison or some shit, man. They're just not metal. So they get swept up in the pit. And by the time the pit's done, like the riffs are over, everyone's had their good, friendly, violent fun, everyone goes home. They're just skeletons, like they've been picked clean by fucking piranhas, man.
Excellent. I love it. Perfect.
Like, yeah.
Okay. So as that happens, the skeletons drop. There's just robes on the ground. We are now out of combat. The Rugged. Again, you don't hear too much, but you hear what sounds like a bunch of like a stampede of like people just magically like just a stamp. Sorry, you hear the stampede, just like this like really really low rumble coming again from the south. It kind of sounds like it's coming from above you, and then it just kind of like moves away from you. So you have no idea what the fuck is going on over there, but you're hearing all these weird noises.
I only have 20 feet of movement, and I'm like, we're out of combat though, right?
We're out of combat, yep.
I'm gonna try to make my way over here specifically, and just basically be like, "Hey, what's going on up there?"
What?
As you make your way over there, what you like the sound that travels through is again very high pitched, and that the other three, you guys barely hear what Rugged is picking out because it's very high pitched and it's coming from underneath you.
Guys, it's the fucking rat with the megaphone. It's
Well, no,
back.
this one sounds more like Rugged.
For the last time, I'm not a rat.
Oh shit, that's fucking Rugged. Dude, how are you?
Not great. I did find something. What's going on up there?
Oh, not much.
We met a couple guys. They were totally like not thrash. So we just like, the pit got them, man. And Heather fucking like blew into pieces. That was pretty bomb. That
Yeah,
was
and
brutal.
I got shit on myself.
I still have my
Okay,
chem
that's
light.
not brutal.
That's
I
not.
still have my chem light. Do I see any bodies in right at my feet or anything like that?
No, you don't see any bodies. You see the ground is still just that weird purple fleshy material.
And this is basically just at a wall, right?
Not at a wall. So from where you are, it's like a descent upwards, and you like look above you, and it's like this. You're kind of like in this corridor that's descending or ramping upwards.
Okay. The tracks are still there, though, right?
Correct. The tracks are still there.
I'm gonna use the tracks to try to climb up.
Sorry, the tracks are like on the ground. Sorry, they're on the ground upwards. It's like what you as a dwarfling would say somebody would use a minecart to go up and down a shaft.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to use those tracks to climb up the shaft.
Or sorry,
Am I misunderstanding some things?
I think
you said it was like a ramp.
I think I miscommunicated. Yeah, so it's when you descended downwards, you like kind of slid and slammed into the ground at the bottom. So you slid about 30 feet downwards, and
Gotcha. But
as you
on that ramp, is there any like tracks on that specifically?
there are, but it just leads downwards. Nothing goes up. There would be
Okay.
like the tracks are in the ground.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But as you go up, right, you make it to where you think the crew is, but you don't see those glass shards on the ground anymore. But like you look up and like things look a little bit different. Things look like the rust is gone. As you look at the walls, the rust is gone, and it looks a little bit more pristine.
I'm losing my shit.
Better gather it.
And again, the crew, the three of you guys, you hear "I'm losing my shit," but in a very high-pitched voice.
Oh no! Dude, did you hear the brown noise? Hold it in!
You hear that coming back towards you, and it's a lower pitch, but higher pitch than what it was before.
We're not in the same frequencies.
That's so weird. Do I...
I love that miserable junkie says rat guard.
I know. I was like, I'm gonna keep that. If we find a rat and keep it as a pet, that's gonna be its name.
Can I
junkie.
ever experienced this before in the past? Like this whole like it. I've been in mines and caves and everything like that in the past. Have I ever experienced anything like this where sounds are distorted?
Specifically like this,
because I know there'd be echoes and everything and reverberations, but like lower pitch and higher pitch.
Given that you're a Xenos race, I would say based on your history and like your like passed down stories, you may have heard of occasionally going down ramps that are out of space and time.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of have a theory.
Yeah.
Dude, is he inside a flesh god?
That would explain the strange goopiness and everything. The incline is all filled with like the purple sludge, right?
On the ground at least, not on the walls.
But it's too steep of an incline to climb up.
I mean, you could. It's a 45-degree angle. You could definitely like get up it. You could continue upwards.
I will try to continue like just climbing up all the way up.
Awesome. So you climb all the way up, and when you make it to the top, the very top feels like it went away, like it magically like shrunk 65 feet away from you again.
Oh.
And so you feel like you're at the bottom of this incline.
Oh no. Oh no. With my third eye, do I notice anything behind me change?
The environment gets a little bit rustier. And do you say anything out loud? Do you say your "oh no's" out loud?
Oh no. Oh
Excellent.
no.
The other three up top, you guys hear these "oh no's," and it's a little lower pitch than the higher pitch that it was before.
Oh, I think I know what's going on here.
No, dude! You weren't supposed to shit yourself, man. You were supposed to hold it in.
I haven't shit myself, damn it.
Well, then why the fuck are you saying "oh no"?
There's things that changed, man.
Are you going through puberty?
Holy shit! Is Little Man about to hit a growth spurt?
I went through puberty years ago.
I don't know how dwarf puberty works.
Do
they grow
Holy
a tree?
shit!
That's not the point. The point is that I was climbing up.
It's okay,
Things were
things change.
Very
Your
goopy and
voice may
fleshy.
change, but it's all becoming manhood or dwarfhood. I don't know. You're better classify as a man. You're half a man.
Underneath my breath.
I don't know.
I swear to God, I'm gonna toss her down the shaft.
Oh my god! Dude, that's why your voice got deeper. Your balls finally dropped.
That's why he was so high pitched earlier.
Yeah, dude.
Mr. Rugged,
At what point did I ever? What makes you think that? When you heard my voice next to you?
Well, you said things were changing. What else could that mean?
The walls
I kinda gotta agree with Granny right here.
changing. As in, the environment was changing.
Yeah, environments change, but that's just part of puberty.
Oh, dude, are you tripping balls?
I don't know.
Did you eat any shrooms?
Oh,
no, did I give you one of my flowers?
Am I at the top at this point?
As you're making your way up, yes, you begin to make it to the top, and as you like crest the threshold of what you think the top is again, you're in that same position again where it feels like you're 65 feet back and the top is just like forever going away. But as you're talking, as you're going up there, their voices are becoming more like higher pitched to their normal voices, and your voice to the other three, Dave, Heather, and Vel, you guys hear Rugged's voice becoming more deeper and more normal in timbre and tone. Do you continue going up the ramp, Mr. Rugged?
Before this, I'm gonna go ahead and try to just investigate. So I'm at the next kind of step platform kind of thing right there. Is the bottom behind me with the third eye? Is it still kind of rusty, kind of stuff like that?
It's beginning to look more like the first time you went down. So definitely more older.
One sec, I'm gonna test out something. And this time, knowing that the incline is kind of slippery, I'm gonna try to go ahead and just shimmy and just hug the wall and brace myself against the wall a little bit and shimmy down, essentially sliding down, see what changes.
As you shimmy down the wall, right? You see that purple kind of material on the ground goes from being super dry and decrepit to beginning to form back to a sludgy, almost viscous material. So there's a threshold that you kind of see that's a little bit before the way that you think is up. There before that little threshold there, that's about the area that things start to get weird.
Mm-hmm. Guys, I actually think the environment is physically changing.
Oh, are you finally catching on? Yeah, I think we're in some type of time warp or something.
Pitch higher.
Your voice is it goes in and out. If you're moving up and down the wall, it goes higher pitched and then back to full normalcy after you're at the top there, and then back to weirdness. And as well as when Vel is shouting down at you, her pitch is going up and down as well.
I think we're in some kind of type of different time frequencies. That's why our voices keep changing like that. Like how Davey said earlier about sound bouncing.
I think I'm tripping balls, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and move between the things and just go, Dave, this is your conscience speaking.
Yo, man, what the fuck?
Throw Vel down the shaft.
Do I hear this as well?
Throw Vel down the shaft.
Hold on, what were you saying? I missed it.
Do I hear that as well?
Yes, you hear the pitch shifting voice.
Oh, don't even try it, little man!
Are you really my conscience? If so, should I have bought that sweet guitar?
Yes!
Guys, it's my conscience! Yo! Wait, why does my conscience sound like Rugged?
What? He's
Wait,
a
who's
little man, and your conscience is a little man on your shoulder.
Have I been like... Oh my god, have I been hallucinating my conscience is Rugged this whole time?
I don't know who Rugger did. Yeah. I don't know who that is.
Oh my god.
It's just been the three of us.
Oh my Randy!
Throw Val down the shaft.
Okay, that's a little vicious for my conscience, man.
If you even try to touch me, Davey, oh, I'm gonna throw you even further down and come down there and stab you in your ass.
Okay, I don't need any more holes in my ass. And you already threw me down one shaft.
How many do you have?
I have one.
Okay.
I think.
You made it sound like there were more than one. And
Well, I
was
don't
concerned.
want more than one, man. That sounds
It'll
very
be
uncomfortable.
fine. You won't get a hole in your ass.
Try and find out.
I feel
This
like
is my husband.
I'm tripping balls, guys. I gotta go, like, take a seat or something, man. Like, this shit's getting wild. And I'm just gonna, like, sit and just, like...
I'm gonna continue walking up all the way up if I can.
Like, I'm just gonna be, like... I'm gonna sit and just have, like, the most, like, existential dread expression on my face. It's just, like...
Here, just shut up and
Yo.
have a candy.
Granny, I think this candy's older than you.
I just bought this yesterday.
It smells like musty couch cushions.
Oh, just
Alright.
shut up and take it.
Okay.
Where do you
Uh,
get
the
these
group now.
things?
So,
I'm a
Am I-
grandma. We always have them.
Am I
Hey, let's hold that-
hallucinating the kitty?
let's hold that
Am
thought.
I hallucinating you?
let's hold that thought.
Oh, sorry.
So as Rugged makes his way up the what's called that ramp again, Rugged, you see like a light emanating from where you saw the glass kind of on the ground, and you saw like you can finally see that there's broken glass up there, and you see the shadowy silhouettes that are very familiar to you as the lights are like it's very harsh on their faces. You're kind of seeing edge lighting, but you see them and they can kind of see you now.
Hey, I'm here. Gosh, that was a lot of climbing.
As at the moment I see Rugged, I'm like, oh shit, it's my conscience. Dude.
What are you talking to?
I'm talking to my conscience, Heather.
Dave,
He's really
they
short.
They don't see me. They don't see me.
No, they don't.
And they don't hear me.
But I see you and I hear you, man.
Exactly. And that's
Okay.
because I'm your conscience. Only I can hear. You can only hear me. You can
So-
only hear me.
Rugged, as you're down there, right, you're calling up to the crew. Heather, Dave, and Vel are calling down. You guys are kind of like just like kind of looking at each other, talking. About a whole 2 turns have gone by since all of the beginning of climbing back up, and you kind of hear the buzzing of this like strange. You just hear this buzzing, and it's coming towards you from the bottom of the shaft. Rugged, roll for me a 1d6, and this will be a team surprise on your guys' part. And a 1. Rugged and the crew, you guys are caught unaware as this hovering drone, or hovering, what's it called? It is a drone, but this hovering, weird buzzing thing is making its way. It's just like, it's like, as it's making, like I cut out there, but it's making its way up the ramp, and it kind of sees you, Dave, and you see this like laser beam just like scans you up and down from top to bottom, and that's where we're gonna end our session.
Oh no!
Alrighty.
Oh my god!
I hope you guys had fun exploring that weird little interdimensional time thing that's going on. And
I am now Dave's conscious.
yes, Dave's conscious. Yes, also a figment of their imagination. You don't seem to exist for them, which is hilarious. Somehow you guys have convinced Dave that and it's only been the three of you for this whole time.
Everyone's just like, yeah, let's just like fucking gaslight Dave, and Dave is dumb enough to believe it.
Alrighty,
I just wanted
guys.
to get back at Vel for calling me different names.
Oh my god, this is.
Alrighty, guys. From top to bottom, where can we find you, bees?
You guys can find me on Instagram at SmashUpMashup. You guys can find me on Reddit at Der Kumpel. Okay, you guys can find me on Blue Sky at Beelzeboy, and on Reddit, I already did Reddit. On Discord as Beelzeboss.
Excellent. And then moving on to Dorge. Where can we find you, Dorgely?
I'm Dorgely. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram at Dorgely with 2 V's. And then you can also, not 2 V's, 2 Y's. I don't know how to spell. I'm tired. Anyway, you can also find me here on Sundays at 5 PM PST for our Blade Runner tabletop RPG game called What Makes You Human. It's really good and really awesome, and the cast is really good.
Really good. It's been really fun playing.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been quite the experience, the emotional roller coaster, and what a big change up for the party dynamic after Lance's
Oh my god.
death. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Spoilers.
Oh, dude!
Yeah. We had
Spoilers, man!
We had a death in the family.
I couldn't cover up my ears. I had to.
Oh no, you had to hear it. You heard it here first on Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland.
Dude,
on
come
point.
on.
And then up next we've got Flip. Where can we find you, Flip?
You can find me on Twitter and at bsky with the hashtag with the @ flipping Philip _ over there, or with the same things, Flip 1012 as well. You can also find me on Discord with the Flip VT as well. So, other than that, I plan on streaming here soon, but not quite there yet. So I'll keep that under the down low.
I can't wait to see you up on the on your own Twitch channel. Up next we've got Shig. Where can we find you, Shig?
You can find me on Instagram at Manascona or on Discord at shig._. Or just don't find me. I'm fine.
That is true. I mean, you don't have to find us. I mean, we're out here somewhere. We're playing video games. We're not video games. We're playing tabletop games with our friends.
Not gonna hurt my feelings at all.
But Shig, we do care about you. You're one of our players. We have.
Then why haven't I gotten a new follower?
Ooh.
I followed you.
I followed you back, homie.
Let's put a pin in that.
Excellent. I am Noland Norf. You can find me here on the Discord at Noland. Occasionally I play, you can find me as Noland_North in here. Now that I'm able to get my full name back in there after having dropped out of a few play-by-posts, they just happened to wrap up, and now I'm back to kind of having my name on there. I'm occasionally in a few play-by-posts in the Discord, of course. I'm in the Blade Runner game. I'm also in a High Riders game for Raven that we finished up a little while ago. I'm not sure when The Walking Dead will be back, but hopefully hopefully we'll be back sometime soon. I know Rob has some Vast Grim planned up for Team Plug and Play, so you'll see me on Saturdays. I'm not sure when, but starting sometime soon, hopefully. Besides that, I run Neon Lords of Toxic Wasteland here, and oh my gosh, what a system! I hope that Brian's watching and that he enjoyed the morale system as he was trying to break that in as his optional rules. Literally posted today because he remembered that I asked him about it. Besides that, thank you to chat for joining in here, throwing in those +2s, and being a part of the storytelling process. It's really funny when I look down and there's a random message and it's just, right on par with like messing with our players. Thank you to our sponsors. We have Sirenscape, Forge, or not Forge. What do you call it? The other one. Fantasy Grounds. Gosh, there's so many that started with an F. Fantasy Grounds, which is kind of a great place, and then low-key battle maps that give us battle maps for Cyberpunk. There's also another one in there, but I think it's Free League, I believe, because we did some Cyborg for them a little bit ago. There's also an Aliens casting call, so if you're interested in that, please go out and check the Discord. Besides that, I hope everybody had a great time, and we will see you next Tuesday at the same time. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Say bye to chat, and we will wrap it up here, guys.
Bye, chat.
Stay thrash, guys. Also, could someone get me an amp, please? Or at least a rat with a megaphone?
What an outro. We're still live. Later, guys.
Voices are still live.
Peace, bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.